she can't do anything except this right here. And then finally, I'm standing there and when we don't know what's happening and we're quiet as can be. So her mother comes down and she's going, you know, mother takes her and wraps a blanket around her, lays her down in the bed, and she was in bad shape. She was really in bad shape.
No racks. After the bed.
After the bed,
I mean,
they massaged the person and yeah, they bring them back.
And the water's all over the damn basement, and she's getting a massage. I mean,
Oh yeah, she couldn't do anything except she was going, don't you remember this? This was like, I mean, it was so vivid in my mind.
How old were you? Do you remember?
Old enough to get in trouble.
See, I was too young to remember.
no, you just were not there.
It's the lobotomy. That's what it is.
And Nana was so disgusted with us. I was thinking,
I remember that. What? He yelled at us big time.
oh yeah. And he
Like
always had
Gary
me-
yelled at his kids. You see Gary?
I
That's
could
our
remember.
father.
I could remember. He would always say, "This is the Navy. We run this house by the Navy way. You get 3 chances. You get a warning, then you get a very serious warning, and then the 3rd time you get a helpful reminder."
Greg and them got those.
Whitey, this
And-
is the story Jay and I would get when we would learn about the free chances.
Uncle Henry and my father took me on my first deep sea fishing trip, and I'm about 5, 6 years old, and I'm fishing. We're going out to the fishing. It's a little rough, you know. And pretty soon I'm starting to feel bad, you know. They got out to the fishing grounds, and everybody's starting to fish, and I can't fish. I'm seasick. I mean, I'm big time seasick. So I have my head down on the top of the cabin, and there's like a little walkway around the boat, and I'm down there like this. And this guy comes around, and he's going like this on my shoulder, pushing my shoulder. "Come on, kid, wake up, the fishing is great." And the people were catching flounders and whatever they were doing, you know. So my father said, "Whitey, leave the kid alone, he don't feel good." So the guy left. The next thing I know, he's coming around again, pushing. "Hey, come on, kid, come on, kid. The fishing is great." My father says, "Whitey, I told you one time before, the kid don't feel good, leave him alone." And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I ought to move to the other side of the boat or something, because I knew what was happening. And the guy comes around again, and he pushes my shoulder once. "Hey, kid!" And I hear this big splash. And Uncle Henry is laughing, and this guy is in the water.
They threw him
Threw Whitey
overboard.
off the boat. Threw Whitey overboard. He's getting caught in all the people's fishing lines and hooks. Everybody's... And Uncle Henry's saying, "Ah, Frank, you shouldn't have thrown him over." You remember Uncle Henry?
Yes.
He had a weird laugh, and he would say that. I think he was down. You got a bowl in there, and guy starts putting the lights off and on. So Uncle Dick says, "Hey, tell those guys down there to stop putting these lights on and off, you know." So Uncle Henry goes down,
You know
"Hey,
how to do it?
quit putting the lights on and off." And now they're starting to get steamed, you know. So they say to my father, "Hey, look at this. What's going on here? They can't do that to us." So my father still got his cool, you know. This is not. "Don't put the lights off." And they start bowling some more. Sure enough, the lights go off.
And now who was doing the lights?
Some
Wise guys that were, you know.
Adults,
Yeah, adults. You can't, you know. But young adults, like, you know. So, next thing you know, my father goes down there to talk to these guys. And all of a sudden it turns into a major fight. And Uncle Henry gets in there, and Uncle Dick gets in there, and they come back to the house all bruised up. And nobody's talking about what happened except Uncle Dick. Yeah, he says, "I came down, I hit this guy with all I had, I broke my knuckles open, you know." And they said, "Well, Frank, what happened, you know?" And, "Nothing, there was nothing happened."
And
Like
remember
Jay.
what Honey
Yeah, like
Bun
Jay.
was doing? You said Honey Bun was like,
Oh yeah, nothing happened. She didn't remember a thing.
oh, bloody.
Yeah.
Didn't everybody sort of hate Uncle Whitey though?
Oh, I hated him with a passion.
Who was it?
He was our uncle
He was a
who was
beloved relative.
married to my Aunt Peggy, who was my
He
father's
was a
sister.
drunk.
He was an alcoholic. My grandfather gave him a job in his factory as a solderer. He would solder the things together that they were making. And they came over to our house one time, and they were all around having a night. It was my grandfather, one of the first TV sets when it first came out, you know. Whitey comes over and starts saying stuff like this. Next thing you know, my grandfather's saying, hey, you know, you ought to know I gave you a job. You know, I don't need you over here insulting me.
No.
Next thing you know, Aunt Blanche throws him out of the house.
He never went back in the house again, ever.
No.
Never saw him
Well,
again.
what relation was Whitey though?
Our uncle. He married my father's sister Peg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grandpa Frank had two sisters, Peggy and Millie.
Two
And
sweethearts.
have you heard of me talk about?
Nellie.
They're both dead. They're both dead.
Okay.
But the one who's living is cousin Janet, Janet Steckman. She calls us every Thanksgiving without
Is
fail.
that who called? That I talked to? Yes, okay.
So
And
that's-
I remember eating cake and having coffee.
Mother?
Janet's mother.
Yeah,
Janet's
Millie
mother
lived
passed away.
upstairs
I
and
knew
then
that.
she passed
Yeah,
away
what about-
recently.
Yeah, because my father had an older brother, Uncle Lou, was a big, burly guy, and we'd go to visit him on Sunday mornings, and he had a wife that was Mary Fulton, and it's kind of a joke in our family that mom's name is Mary because Mary Fulton was always the joke in our family. And we were little kids when we'd go visit them, because Sunday morning after church we'd go make the rounds.
She
Oh,
did.
yeah.
She was a little scary looking lady.
She could break a mirror.
And we'd go to her house, and she'd start crying, oh, Frank, the hollers.
That's it.
And then Uncle Lou would be sitting there drinking a can of beer, you know, and all of a sudden, she'd continue for a while, and he'd say, Mary, for Christ's sake, shut up. And my father would start laughing, and then she'd go, see, he hollers, he
And then Aunt Bertha was the wife of the other brother.
Aunt Bertha was so easygoing, great big old gal. He was my, her husband was my father's second brother, who was Uncle Joe. He was like the little brother of the family, but the second oldest.
Trick.
Rick, what did you think of that as a kid? Was
I
that?
got to hold the feet. Kicking the feet.
Let him go.
And I let him go, and he jumped out, and his head is hanging on by a thread. So the head, his head's not off yet, but it's not connected.
Gary!
It's running around, and it ran and hit a tree. Bonk! I had nightmares for
Put your
years.
kids through that? Please don't ever say another bad thing about me. You made your kid hold the feet of a...
Karen guy, I know you do it. David goes, well, Grant's the only person I know who would take 20 psychotic people to a movie in an afternoon.
It's true.
So then we started talking about
That movie.
Then we couldn't remember the name of it.
That's
so
So
I-
the Dream Team.
Yeah.
You ever see the Dream
Oh,
Team?
that's so
Yeah.
sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
About 10, and they was going around, two guys are waiting to shoot pool.
And it's
Then I go to Publix Market shopping, and I see them all alone there, doing shopping.
Oh, no! Isn't that something?
No.
Yeah, waiting behind you in the grocery store, that's who's there, waiting behind you, or in front of you.
That's the only, I remember going to see Jedge up on 3 West. That's the only time I remember going to see you at work, except for when they had the old wooden
I had a
building
key, I
out there.
had keys to go in and out of the market.
But Honey Bun sent me up there alone because she knew you were up there painting.
Uh-huh.
And what
I
happened?
get on the elevator and this guy's standing
Around that whole floor, and I don't know what to do. If I stop, he's just bunking into me with this chair. And everybody else is just sitting there watching this, and I'm thinking, where is anybody to take care of these people? Where are the people with the white coats that are supposed to protect me up here, you know? No protection.
No.
So finally, they're chasing me. This guy is chasing me all around. The faster I go, the faster he goes. You got the ladder? I got this ladder and this group of keys, and I'm going all around trying to get away from this guy. And the chair is keeping bumping into my feet, you know. Finally, Hank comes up and he's laughing like hell.
And that isn't where you belong?
That was where I was supposed to be. When he said she said that one of those keys would open up the door, you could have went up the machine room. He didn't tell me that. There's a big load.
He says to the guy, what's wrong with the elevator? And the guy goes, fat. He called an elevator repairman.
Dick says, I don't do that.